Hey YouTube, Jethro B34 here. Seen a lot of guys playing with fire here lately on YouTube. Thing I was going to go over real quick is how I make charcloth. And charcloth is just a real simple fire starter. Basically it's used with a flint and steel. That's my steel. Flint rocks around where I live, they're everywhere, so we just go around walking and find us a good rock, and to test them out we just go along, grab a rock, and if it'll make a spark, and that's what we do. As far as the charcloth goes, yeah, it's usually what you do is hold a nest in your hand, and that way you can keep the striker kind of a bit away from your hand, but you try to drop one of them sparks right in the middle of that cloth. And what happens, yeah, I'm not going to waste your time on that right now. I ain't done it in a while. It does take a little bit of practice, and when you don't do it for a while you got to get back into it. But anyhow, a spark hits that and it'll take off real quick. Just to give you an idea, just flick the lighter on it and you can see it glowing, I hope. Now usually what we do is take, like I said, a big old nest of sisal, or we can use cedar shavings, bark, anything like that, dried grass, and we'll build a little nest, set it down, and we'll hit the striker across the rock several times. Once you drop a spark onto that, and it doesn't take a whole lot to catch it, it starts to glow, then you basically pull it up, build a bird's nest around it, blow into it real soft, and you have a fire. Well, this charcloth that I keep all the time, what I do, you got to get 100% cotton to start with. You have to use old t-shirt, underwear, it doesn't matter. Whatever's got holes in it has wore out. And second thing you do is get your metal can. Now you don't want to pack it in the can too tight. You might have to do it in several stages. You want a little bit of air to be able to move around in there, but not much. You're making the charcloth about the same way as you make charcoal. Now the other thing is you do have to have a small hole in your container. You don't want it to be too big. If it's too big, the cloth will actually burn instead of char. So what I did was I just took a little maze nail and popped it through that tin. That's just enough to let it be able to breathe. And that's about all you need on a can this size. So I stuffed my material inside the can and get the lid to fit right. And that's just an old pellet can. I've got several of them laying around. I shoot my pellet rifle all the time. But anyway, you seal them up in there. And as you see, it's still glowing to beat all. That does get super hot, will cause a fire. But I'm going to take this tin that I have right here, and I'm going to stick it on top of my grill after I get done cooking supper tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and let that smolder and make some more cloth. And then I usually keep it in my tin, which I had a bigger one. I got to find another one, but I kept everything in. But here, this is just an idea. Bow drills, if you want to extra a little bit of help, if you take the charcloth and lay it down on your stick and let your embers fall on top of it, I guarantee it's going to boost your time to make a fire. I mean, it's just going to make it a lot faster. But the flint and steel, it's a pretty neat thing. I've taught my Boy Scouts how to do that, and I just kind of figured I'd show y'all how I make the charcloth. Okay guys, I don't know if you're going to be able to catch some of that smoke coming out of the can or not. It's kind of bright out here. And the charcoal's still smoking a little bit. But there's puffs of smoke coming out of that hole. And pretty much it's for all you that don't know J. Noel Zero, he made charcoal. This is the same method as making charcoal. It's just on a small scale. And it's to make charcloth. But anyway, we got our 100% cotton cooking away in that little bitty box, and it's going to make a fire starter for us later on. pretty much the same process as charcoal. You're smothering oxygen out, you're letting heat get in, and just giving enough to breathe a little bit so it don't turn into a flame. Alright guys, so been about 25-30 minutes. Coals are dying down, no smoke coming out of the box. I'm going to take it off and we'll go over and look at it. So anyway, can't tell. For the loom, that was 100% cotton I made these out of. I've only had them for about 4 or 5 years. I don't know why they wear out so quick. Damn. Okay. She's twisting. By the way, Michael Jordan said their Fruit of the Loom's 100% cotton. Yeah, that's hot. I hate gloves. So, gun. Here we go. Here's what we got. It's the same cloth. Guys, I know I got the striker there, but I just want to show you off of a quickie. Huh. Okay. Good spark in it. If you guys are going to start fires with bow drill or anything like that, flint and steel, you see how it's working. It just keeps on. It's like a wick. It absorbs the fire. So try it out. It's going to make your fire starting way successful. Give you a little bit more time on your heat. And come on, AJ, try this out. Jay Noel, try it out. The other guys, it's super simple. I'm just give it a chance. Catch y'all later. Jethro out. Okay guys, it's been a while. Still gonna try it. Alright, that's my fault. My choice of tenders. Had some old straw out in the barn. So, I mean, you seen the hot flame. You seen the quick strike. How it can work. I don't know, right now it could be too many Coronas. But, anyhow. In the SHTF situation, I probably wouldn't have my Coronas, so the fire would take off quicker. LOL. Funny, haha. Later.